as the 16th engineer in the whole verb ethicon experiment. So I was very early. I ended up moving into robotics controls, and you have these ethiconian perspectives of us making the instruments. You have verb surgical making the robot, a build to buy nightmare in some capacity, even though we want to root for J&J. And I just remember how much ego is present within different technologists arguing for what they believe is right. The robotics controls folks on the verb side want us to make an instrument that has zero backlash, zero compliance, because it's easier to control. And then we're looking at what's necessary to make these instruments actually function with some clearances so that we could assemble it, have design for manufacturability. But you still have these two competing factions with different mismanaged objectives. One company's trying to progress the tech enough to get acquired and have it work. The other one has to launch a full-scale robot that is compliant from an FDA perspective. So how do you work across different levels of competing factions and mismatched, we'll say, incentives that drive different performance? Because I would be grilled in one of these, 30 people meetings on a call and just have to take my deep breaths and then come back and regroup with my management and then come back and explain where we're moving next. Like, how do you pull yourself out of the technology and the heat of those discussions and figure out what's motivating and incentivizing each person and how to then escalate up the right level to then drive a decision to move everyone forward?
Yeah. So I think that's a really great question. And I don't think there's one simple answer to it, but I think there's multiple answers. One of the more fundamental ways that you can get to the right answer is to start with data. Okay. We can all have our own opinions, but you can't have your own facts.